Are you looking for affordable land, perhaps where you can camp, build, or just get away from it all? Today, I'm going to cover over 70, I believe it's 70 now, properties, many of which do come with owner financing. And we're going to do our Would You Buy This segment, where we review a property live, perhaps one that one of you is interested in reviewing, to see if we would buy it or not. So I just want to start out by saying, before I go over everything we're going to do today, I'm going to start out by saying, if you have a property you would like us to review, just put it in the chat and we will take a look. Okay, so here's the schedule. I'm going to quickly cover our free land giveaway promotion. We're going to do some property updates to see what's coming up, our deal of the day, and then we'll get into our Would You Buy This segment. Again, if you have a property you'd like us to review, drop it in the chat now. And we'll wrap up with the fact of the day and a free gift. Okay. So first up, our free land giveaway promotion. If you haven't seen it already, you can go to our YouTube channel, Gökçe Capital, and you will see our free land giveaway promotion here. So just click on this video and you'll learn all the details. But we will be giving away a free property on January 1st. And it won't just be a property. We actually have a bunch of fun bonuses that are included with the free property. So it'll be really exciting. We'll give it away live on January 1st. And to participate, all you have to do is go to this video on our YouTube channel, leave a comment letting us know why you're interested in property and who referred you. And then also subscribe to our mailing list by going to gökçecapital.com and hitting subscribe, then subscribe to email. And that'll let us keep you updated on the free land giveaway promotion. Oh, hi, Christine. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. So, Christine, no pressure, but if there's a property you are interested in having us review today, just put the address or the APN in the comments. If not, I'll have Avi select a property. He always selects properties that are super expensive and interesting. Okay, so let's do some quick property updates. I won't take very long. We'll get to the good stuff soon, but you can find all of our properties at land.gocap.com. Las Lunas, New Mexico, great. Okay. So just for some quick updates for all of you who are watching our listings, we are on a buying spree right now, so we have a lot of properties that we've been bringing to market, and there'll be a lot more in the upcoming weeks and days. But right now, we just listed a bunch of properties in Castilla County, Colorado, Elko County, Nevada, and of course, Putnam County, Florida. And there'll be more in Florida, New Mexico, Colorado, and Nevada coming up. Also potentially some in Alabama. We'll see. We're working on that still. So keep an eye out for those. And quickly, so I don't know how many of you saw it, but I did do a live stream earlier today. I'm not going to take too long on the deal of the day because of that. But I just want to highlight our deal for the whole day, which includes our earlier live stream, are actually 5 properties, 5 Putnam County properties. We got a group of them recently. Yeah, I actually created I created it right before this live stream, asking if anyone had a property, but I'm going to start posting earlier in the morning, asking if anyone has a property for review. So people have some time to think about it and maybe post it. So yeah, I'm going to do that moving forward. But yes, deal of the day today. Our 5 Putnam County properties. Actually, this one, 757, is our second most viewed property. So we'll take a very quick look at it. If you're interested in Putnam County, you can go view my live stream from earlier today because I go into a little more detail on all of these properties. But it doesn't have to be a new one every day. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can refresh it every now and then. I think it's good to, I actually think it's good to have one every morning just to remind people that we're doing it because, everyone's busy and they might forget. Hi, Frank. Sure, go ahead. Send us something with the house. I will say, I'll note with a caveat that our specialty is land, but we can certainly take a look at a property with a house on it, and it'd be fun, see what everyone has to say. Abby always has interesting comments. All right. So very quickly, Putnam County is in the center part of the state, north central, I should say, just south of Jacksonville. It is in this area that has a lot of lakes, so it has some kind of nice natural features around here. You can see state parks and wildlife management areas, and the St. Johns River is just to the east here. And the nice thing about Putnam County is it's actually one of the most affordable counties in Florida, so it's a nice starting point for people who are looking to become first-time landowners or just pick up a reasonably priced investment property, or if you're looking for, oh, did it freeze? I thought we fixed that issue. Well, okay, so it's also good because it has pretty flexible zoning. So it does allow, many of the zoning areas in Putnam County do allow mobile homes. Okay, yeah, we can look at that one in just a sec. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to regroup on that. I thought we fixed it, but we'll regroup after on that. Okay, so R2 zoning does allow mobile homes according to our research, although of course you should do your own due diligence. And it may allow RVs for temporary use. Again, I would recommend contacting the county for more information on that. But we do have drone footage as well of all our properties. So take a look at the live stream from earlier. And as I mentioned on the live stream earlier, today's discount code, which is valid until midnight, is for Florida. It's live FL150 for $150 off any of our Florida properties. And all of the properties that are for sale by owner, all of our properties we own. Some of them are listed with a realtor, most of them aren't. So those that aren't listed with a realtor, we do offer owner financing, and we tailor those terms to the buyer. So if you're interested in owner financing, just reach out to us and we will figure out something that'll work for you. You can also hold the property while you do your due diligence. So check that out, and you can use the coupon code if you either buy or hold, as long as you put it in by midnight. You would just click hold and then go down here. And that coupon code is LiveFL150. All right. So let's get into it. I'm glad, Frank, that you submitted a property. This is going to be fun. Let's check it out. All right. So we're looking at Pennsylvania. Let's make sure we got it right. Does this look like the right property? Hope so. Okay, so we're actually looking at a home today, a 4-bedroom, 1-bath home, about 2,100 square feet. And it looks like it comes with a good chunk of land too. You can check that out. Are you looking at buying this, Frank? Or you just saw it? 4 acres. Wow, yeah, that's a good chunk of land. Okay. So, pretty area, very green. Yep, 4 acres. And yeah, is this for, all right, we'll take a look at that, wetlands. Fix and flip, that's what we're looking at doing, okay? Cape Cod featuring Old Wood, 4 acres. Doris Township, I'm actually not sure where that is. We'll have to look at the map. Most of the land is level and clear. With road frontage, yep, that's a good question too, if you're interested in subdividing. Possible, they do advertise it as possible future subdivision potential. Have to check the zoning ordinance to see. I don't know if you've done that already, Frank, what the land scares me because of the wetlands? Or is there another potential issue you're thinking? Would like to subdivide, but you'll see the water. Yeah, I mean, if there are a ton of wetlands, that's probably not going to work. Did you check the zoning ordinance as well to see if they have minimum acreage per unit? Yeah, that would be the other thing to see what the zoning allows. Okay, what else is this saying? As central air electric. Is this on septic? It was built in 1950. It's an older building. Have you done any fix and flips before? Because on a building this age, a building inspection is going to be really important. It is septic and well. Yeah, 1950 is what it's saying. 1950, so yeah, you're really going to want to do an inspection on that one. Could be a lot of issues. Let's look at the price. I shouldn't discriminate. I mean, there are plenty of really nice older homes. So septic is good. Oh, septic was tested. Well was good and tested. So, and you've already done inspection. Okay. Lead was yeah, I mean, lead paint is always an issue, but a lot of homes have already had it, encapsulated or dealt with. But yes, of course, I mean, anytime you're looking at homes that are older than, say, 1980, 1990, you want to make sure that lead paint isn't an issue. I don't know if radon is an issue in this part of Pennsylvania, but you said you already had the house inspected. Did you do radon and termite inspections as well? Disclosure was good. All right, so let's look at it on Land ID. Let's look at the wetlands. Land was the big question, okay. You'd only be interested if you could subdivide it? Radon was okay, okay. So on the house side, everything checked out. We're looking at the land. Ah, God. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. You probably know more about the house side of it than I do then. All right, so yeah, there is a creek back here. That's where the wetlands would be coming from. Looks like, what is this, transmission lines back there? There's actually a conservation easement behind it. Looks like. Pretty flat, that's nice. Okay, so yeah, because of the stream, part of it is in a special hazard flood zone. Oh, that's a rail trail, okay. Is it an active rail line or? Oh, tourist train, interesting, okay. Fiber optic. Doesn't look like it's there. Maybe that's not too big of a concern. Yeah, there's the railroad. Yeah, it's on a floodway. We just saw the FEMA. And let's look at the wetlands. Well, okay, here, you want me to go back to default view? Okay, there we go. So you can see this whole thing here. Doesn't look like the wetlands are too big. Have you had a wetlands delineation done yet? Because here it's not too bad, although if you're looking to subdivide it, I mean, this whole back section is basically probably not so usable, although I'm sure it's with the stream, it's pretty. Suppose theoretically you could do, depending on what the subdivision ordinance says, you could do like 4 sort of more railroad type lots. But then this one over here is not going to have too much. I mean, theoretically, you'd be building in the flood zone over here. So this one's standard A, the flood zone, the floodway's back here. I think fortunately not a lot of it is in the actual floodway. I was told I could have horses on it. That would be nice. Yeah, that's all zoning questions. I could try to pull up the zoning ordinance, but usually for zoning, it's better to just call the planning department and see. So the big thing would be to do a wetlands delineation and actually determine if it's really just this much here or if the wetlands extend out further. I believe there is a 50-foot setback from wetlands as well, so that's something to keep in mind. But I mean, like this portion theoretically is free for the most part from wetlands. Flood zone. Abhi, do you have any comments? Is this actually a pond or is this just wet? Do you know? But yeah, I would check the subdivision ordinance, but first I'd have a wetlands delineation done to see. And it does have an existing septic, although if that was grandfathered in and to Abhi's point, the soil's bad, you might not be able to get additional septics. Depending on where the well is too, like if they put the well, because there are going to be setback requirements from the well. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has a pond. Well in front. Yeah, like front near the house, because if you're going to subdivide it, you're going to have to put in more wells and more septics, right? And they're going to be setback requirements. Setback, each septic system is going to have to be set back from the well a certain amount, as well as from the wetlands. So it might be tough to get in new wells, unless you were trying some kind of like joint well for all the homes. So CAP scores are actually not that bad. Well, this of course is saying wet, but we know that because of the stream. It is pretty flat. So yeah, we were just in soil overlay. don't think I'm grabbing. There we go. So all these homes look like they're built on the same type of soil, which would be this patch here. It was very flat. So, I mean, from the soil report too, seemed like you would have good soils here, and then, I mean, where it corresponds to the potential flooded area, you have less decent soils. So, right, so here's the soil report. Yeah, I can. I was just looking at the other screen. Okay, so this section here corresponds to the same kind of soil it looks like that these homes are on. And then, I mean, we know that the special hazard flood zone kind of extends over here as well. So if you were to do like 4 lots, this one back here would probably be pretty tricky. It would be like, just based on this soil overlay and the soil report we saw earlier, it would be like this area where you could potentially do building. So I think it's possible you're going to have limited subdivision options. Yeah, I mean, you're also going to have to worry about setbacks between each of the new wells and septic systems. Yeah, subdividing might be tricky. I agree, Abby. I mean, unless you do just like 2. Because theoretically, you could get another home here, assuming, of course, that, you know, you're in compliance. Yeah, 2 lots max. That's what I'm thinking. Assuming you're in compliance with all the county regulations, you can make the setbacks between all the new wells or the new well and septic work. You could maybe get another home out. So hopefully that was helpful. I do have to add the caveat that we're just sort of spitballing here. You should of course continue your own due diligence and verify everything with the county and with the appropriate professionals. But it's an interesting property. It seems like a beautiful area. Nice home. Wetlands delineation is definitely a must. Yeah, that would be the first thing you'd have to do. Abby is right, as always. So thank you for sharing that property. It's pretty. Pennsylvania is such a pretty state. Not a bad place to retire, though. I agree. It's a nice property. I mean, have your home on big green 4 acres with the stream in the back. Not a bad place. Yeah, there's a stream in the back. I don't know if you saw that here. So it'd be a pretty place to live. Do you get water rights? I'm not sure if that's a concern in Pennsylvania. Can quickly check. If there is a water rights issue, Pennsylvania would be riparian rights. Yeah, so in Pennsylvania, it'd be riparian right. It's a riparian doctrine, which, not to use big fancy words, but basically rights to the river are shared with all other owners along the same waterway. So that just, like, high level means you can't stop the waters. You can't prevent downstream owners from enjoying the water. But it doesn't sound like, yeah, so riparian rights, riparian is like the fancy word for river, but it applies to rivers. It's like more on the eastern side of the U.S. Basically, it's saying that everyone who has property along the river has a right to use that water, so you can't just sort of go in and block water flows, divert it. It was a big concern, right? Play on words, yeah. So like you can't divert the water to run your little mini hydroelectric facility or, draw the water, take too much of it for your own use. And there could also be, of course, floodplain restrictions. So like if it's a floodway, as we were saying here, floodways are a little bit like wetlands in that you're not generally allowed to build at all, versus in like a special hazard flood zone. So you can't build along or off of a small setback from the stream, and then a little further out, kind of corresponding to these different green shades, you might have elevation requirements because you are in a special hazard flood zone. Now, strict street view, okay. Let me pull up Street View 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Very green area. Seems nice and quiet. Floodways are worse. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's what it looks like. All right. So was that helpful, Frank? Did you have any other questions? What do you think, Abby? Any last thoughts? Anyone else have any thoughts? If you subdivide, yeah, these are all questions for the planning, the county. I know sometimes you can do a shared well, but there might be regulations on that. And then I think you might have some more like marketing logistical concerns. Like it might not be 100% desirable for people to be sharing wells with their neighbors. But sometimes people do that, yeah. All right. Any other thoughts, Abby? You like to throw out curveballs? No curveballs on this one? Yeah, Frank was saying there's like a little tourist train, so it's not like a freight train. It's more like a scenic train. I had it on for like 2 seconds, to be fair, but it was there briefly. So I suppose if that's really all it is, you could theoretically call that like a benefit, kind of like a pretty thing. I don't know, depends on the person's perspective. Does like a dining train. Have you taken it? That actually sounds like it'd be fun. There you go. There you go. There's the railroad. Yeah, I guess that's another question. How often does that tourist train run? I'm imagining that if it's just a tourist train, it's not that often. But something to consider as well. Anything else? Any other thoughts? Otherwise, I will wrap up. Windpath, old and cute. Okay, so it may actually be like a selling point then if you have like this old cute train that runs past once a day. Old and cute. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that, Frank. That was fun. If you have any other properties, join again. Happy to take a look. makes me want to move to Pennsylvania. But I think we're coming up on time, so I'll just wrap up our segment. Abby, throw out anything else as I'm wrapping up if you want. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, Christine. Happy to answer any questions. How big those houses are. Well, let's see. Not big. So these are all on less than half an acre. Of course, you can call us, but we're happy to answer any questions that we're able to answer. Although I do also recommend that you do your own due diligence because we are, we don't know exactly what you want to use the property for. So it's always a good idea to contact the county yourself to do your due diligence. But we do have some properties in upstate New York. And if you're interested in any of them up here, if you're interested in any of them, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to answer any questions we can. And we do offer owner financing on all the properties in New York. So if that's something you're interested in, that's available. You can also, of course, hold a property while you do your due diligence. So it's $50 for 2 days. You can hold it for up to 8 days. And that hold fee is credited towards your purchase price. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like the main thing is going to be the wet soil and then ensuring each had sufficient road frontage. But my initial thought was if there hadn't been the wetlands sort of floodplain issue, maybe 4 lots, because that back part is kind of like, it doesn't have road frontage. I mean, you could theoretically maybe put in a private road if we go back. Like put in a road here and get a few more out, but all of this is wet anyway, so. So yeah, that's why I was thinking, maybe 4 like this sort of longer parcels. But, I mean, potentially even 5 actually, if you follow these. But, you have to get the wetlands delineation done and figure out. Yep. Oh, there are. Yeah, I know. New York is popular. Upstate New York is very pretty. So, yeah, so Christine, feel free to reach out. We're happy to answer any questions. Yeah, go ahead and call us. I do have, if I don't pick up, we have an amazing sales team and sales manager. They'll be able to answer any of your questions. Okay. And as I said, you can also hold the property while you do your research. That hold fee is credited toward the purchase price. And it can be applied to a different property as well if the initial one you decide isn't the right fit. So, but happy to answer any questions. So you can find our contact information just by going to our website and clicking contact. So there'll be phone numbers and email there, however you would like to reach us. And thank you for joining. Yep. Happy to chat. Looking forward to it. Fun fact of the day, which I almost always forget for whatever reason. And of course, keep asking questions while I'm wrapping up if anyone has any other thoughts, questions. Let me go to our contact page while I'm pulling up the fun fact. So yeah, you can go to our homepage, gokcecapital.com, click contact for all of our information. But fun fact of the day. So because we've been talking about Putnam County, no, it's going. That's where I I want it to be. I just wanted to show the contact. But you can also find all of our listings at land.goatcap.com. And in Putnam County, fun fact, there are just over 115,000 acres of public or private conservation land. So it is a county with a lot of natural resources if you're into hiking, wildlife viewing, fishing, potentially even hunting. So fun fact of the day. And no pirate history in Putnam County. Not that well, let's see if Mr. or Miss ChatGPT says. You like pirates, don't you? It's a little ways inland for pirates, I would think. But let's see. Let's see if I can dig up something. Nope. No pirate history. So maybe tomorrow I can find something pirate-ish as the fun fact. But yes, you can find all of our listings at land.goatcap.com, and we do have our 17 simple ways to generate income from land. That's a free resource. The link for that is in the description and the pinned comment. Who doesn't like pirate history? That's a good question. Anyone? I haven't heard of anyone who doesn't like pirates, but let me know. We can vote on that. Anyone doesn't like pirates. And so, yeah, you can check out our free resource. Link is in the description and the pinned comment. And you can find all of our listings at land.goatcap.com. Check out our free land giveaway video, and you can check out the live stream from earlier today, which gives you a lot more detail on our 5 Putnam County properties. And again, the coupon code for today, valid until midnight, is LiveFL150 for $150 off. And planning on being back tomorrow at 2 p.m. So come give me properties to check out. We'll do something just like this again. If not, Avi will give me some kind of crazy property that keeps me on my toes. And Frank, thank you so much for sharing your property. Let us know if you end up purchasing it or what you end up doing. Oh yeah, I've never really mentioned the book, but for anyone who's actively looking at due diligence right now, this is a book. It's called Land Investing Mistakes because it starts with 11 true kind of horror stories. But the bulk of the book is actually a big due diligence checklist. So it covers just about everything that we have encountered while buying land. So I already did. Okay. We can use it tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, it might be helpful for anyone who's actively looking at land right now. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. So that's it. All our properties are at land.goatcap.com, and we'll be back tomorrow. So thank you all. Christine, it was nice to see you. Thank you for joining. And oh yeah, do you have any new New York properties coming up? Unfortunately, I don't think we have any that are coming up immediately, but we might have some more in the upcoming months. All right. Well, yeah. Well, you never know. It might come off hold. So check back tomorrow and see if it's available. You can also just call my team. We'll put you in. And then if it comes off hold, we can reach back out. I don't know I don't know if you've done so already, but we also have this text alert feature. If you go to our main listing page, goatjcapital.com, click subscribe to text. You can sign up to get text alerts. You can select the states you want. So if you're only interested in New York, you can put that in there. And you'll get a text alert as soon as we post a new New York property, so you'll know right away. A lot of people like that, so yeah, it's a feature if you're interested. Okay. Well, thank you all. Thank you, Frank, for sharing your property. Thank you, Christine, for joining. Please reach out to my team. They are very knowledgeable, and they'll try to answer all your questions. And we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. So have a wonderful